So it's just going to be a resource that all of us have access to all the time, and it's going to keep growing.
5:38 p.m. 5:38 p.m. New York City, all of us. I am so incredibly frustrated in my brain right now because I'm trying to sit down and watch it or I'm in the park and write out a song. It's what I really want to do right now. I'm like feeling like, oh, I have to like sit down and do this, and like I really want to make a song right now. Like everything else is resisting, and I can't put out until I or play something on guitar or any methods that I just to make it out and be like, oh, this sucks. Or like, oh, this just doesn't sound good, or oh, this is a terrible idea. And I know this is a terrible way to think as a creator. Or not terrible per se, but a very inconvenient way to work as a creator and someone that writes, because it locks me off from letting something grow organically.
Yo, it's so funny. I'm listening to this and I'm crying while cutting some onions. I'm literally like dying.
That's so rad. I just took out my print book and I'm printing in my printing book right now. I still haven't unpacked since I got home from school, so I'm like untangling all of my clothes, and I did not do a good job of packing, so it's just like scrambling with time. So now everything's a mess. It's kind of chaotic.
Hey, Kaya's here. Anyone jump in and let Kaya know what we're doing?
So we're all just gonna do like creative tasks, or it doesn't even have to be creative, just like do it, whatever we're doing throughout the day, and just like use it like a walkie-talkie and unmute yourself and just say what you're doing at random points. And it doesn't have to be like a real conversation. We're just gonna like pop in and out when we want to say something. I don't know if I fully explained that, but
Yeah, you did great. You did great. Hey, Alexa's here. Marva's here. Alva's here. Okay, so just like Gunnar was just saying, we're all just going to do things today. Hey, so we're reiterating what the Walkie Talkie Live channel is doing. So we're all gonna do things today, and we would say let's make them creative. Why not? Let's like pick creative things. Alice is making lasagna right now, which is creative, and also you get to eat it. It's everything. Connor is coloring, he's painting in his sketchbook. Jonah is sifting through all of the cables and reorganizing the sound setup for his room, which is also creative. The pragmatic things are creative. But like we all just pick something to do and we do it, and then this walkie-talkie channel, it's not so much a conversation, it's like we all just share sound bites in the middle of doing things, you know? So like 5 minutes ago, Alice just shared when she was like chopping celery.
can I give an example? Because
let's just keep doing it and everyone will get it.
So
That's so fun.
There's this desk that I always use for a record player, but I moved my record player downstairs, and I'm just now realizing it's like perfect for a studio setup. And there's like this big open area of my room that I'm gonna set it up in, and it's making me very excited because I think it's gonna be a very productive workspace.
Copy that.
I remember the chords I played the other day, but I can't remember how I played them, and it's really making me upset, but I recorded them on voice notes, so I gotta go slip through and find it.
I'm trying to get used to the feeling of using a brush, because I've never used a brush to paint. a lot before. I'm trying to get it so my strokes are like fluid and natural and fully committed, so they don't look all messed up and weird.
Tending to my seedlings and giving them water and measuring them to see how much they've grown since a week ago.
What do y'all think about this? Right?
Yeah, this is an amazing idea. I love it.
I needed this today so quick.
Yeah, this kind of a perfect time.
Yeah, I was feeling the miss from not being there on Sunday. And this is great. Yeah, I needed to talk to you guys.
I'm waiting on glass, so I'm gonna make little trees here for an order that I have to fill.
Wait, you work with glass?
Yes, I blow glass.
That is so cool. Oh my god, what type of stuff do you do?
I like making jewelry and little sculptures. But I also make pipes, which isn't my favorite.
That is awesome. I went to Venice once because they do the in Murano they like glass blow things and it's just so beautiful. It's such a hypnotic art. So that's awesome. I hadn't seen. I don't really know anybody who works. You're the first one who works with glass. So that's love that.
Thank you. I'd love to see lots going to Italy. That would be a treat.
Speaking of, I minced the onions too thin, but it's okay. They're just not gonna have a bite to them.
I love eating onions raw.
Switching to Logic to try to transfer the feeling that I put in my painting into sound.
This is something that we were gonna say earlier. We actually said it earlier, but we were on mute, so it didn't even come through. We're just like, just let it go. We read somewhere that a human has like 4 hours of peak creativity in a day, like 5 max, and that really resonated with us. And we've been adopting that into our life and our lifestyle for the last year, and it's been really effective. We don't really aim to have heroic days anymore, or like all-nighter days, or like super long days that make you like burn out the next day. We just go for 4 hours of peak creativity, 5 max, and then we rest.
Reminds me about the cycles and seasons that naturally come in the earth and how winter serves as this time to rest and heal and sort of collect for the renewal in the spring to feel vibrant.
And then my high of the winter, all through. I hear you guys, it was a tough COVID winter. It wasn't easy. I love hearing about the historic winters and stuff. I'm obsessed with that. Being from New England, I know some other guys near there. And just like the poetics of it. And so lining up with it, my high was shooting this music video with my new band, New England Poet Society, which I think I talked about in like one of the last day of flights because we were like getting it ready. And just shooting that video, like we did it the last day of 2020, December 31st, 2020, which was like a mildly nice winter day, like probably 30 degrees. Yeah, it's getting colder as it was, but we went out like 4 as the sun was setting because the song was called Strange, and we wanted to have like a, darker, but not too light out. And I only did it with 2 other friends, Cam, the other guy in the band, and then our friend Finn, just to hold the camera. but it was the most rejuvenating. It was the other side of a full days of life for me personally. Just working with them, and like even though we make like a few mistakes as you always do like out shooting, but like doing it outside and like the way we're like doing the shots, I just love like kind of dancing and like acting like weird shit. And also like I would like shot a lot of music videos entirely by myself when I was younger, like literally by myself. So just the two people is like the biggest luxury ever. And having them like want to like listen and like care about this. And then yeah, fast forward, say we've released it in February, and so that was a really good high. I really enjoyed playing it, and it was one of the songs I played yesterday out in the park with the speaker. So it added to the moment, helped me appreciate the moment
So I moved into college for the first time, and it was definitely really, like the first month I was here, it was my low. There's like not really a specific moment, but like the first week I was here, I was quarantined because everyone from out of state had to quarantine, and then I ended up quarantining again because someone I was with tested positive for COVID. And just the times I was quarantined, I didn't really have people here who I felt comfortable with until like about a month and a half in, maybe a little bit more. So like the time I was quarantined, I was just like, should I really have come? Like, should I really have risked getting sick to come here? And I was having like a lot of regret, and just having like being, I'm sure as everyone has experienced, because everyone's been quarantined, just like being isolated really put me in my own head. And I was just like having a lot of regrets. And then kind of when I got back out of quarantine, I had a really rough week when I was like back. I went from absolutely no social interaction to like a lot of social interaction. Like being in a dorm is just like, I'm not very good socially, and like having to see people when I walk to go to the bathroom like sucks for me. Like I want to just like do my normal daily tasks without having to like interact with people. So even if I like them, it's just like, I don't know. So like going from quarantine to that was like, it was really hard on me.
And my high was on Monday. I loved the warp. It was so great. But actually, before I even opened my warp, I woke up from quite an intense dream, but it was very interesting, and I had a lot of thoughts and insights around that. But I woke up at like 5:57 or something, which I don't usually do. And I wrote down my dream, and I got up, went to the bathroom, and usually once I'm awake, I cannot go back to sleep. So I decided, okay, I might as well get up early today. And it was a beautiful day, and I decided I would go for a walk in the morning. So I actually put my laundry in. Good for me. And then I skated down the block, which felt so nice. And it was just early morning, and I was so refreshed by the day of light from the day before, and all the talk of presence and sensefulness. So I really enjoyed just skating down the street and feeling the wind and feeling my body moving early in the morning. And I went to a park nearby, and I just sat on the bleachers, and I looked at the shadows and the dewdrops on the bleachers and the smells, and the sun was rising, and I could see the shadow of the sun moving across the field. And I must have stayed there for only 30 minutes or so, but by that time the sun had risen, and I could feel the bright, warm sun on my face, which was so lovely. Took my time, breathed a bit, said thank you, and then I enjoyed my skate home. Then I opened my warp, which was lovely, and it aligned with the experience that I had.